Hey my look YouTube, welcome back to a new video with Rams Fan YT. In today's video, I'm following another request by a fan called, what was it called? Hey number 3 I think it was. I don't want to get that wrong. Recent subscriber to the channel, although I think he was subscribing and unsubscribing and came back. He supports Penrith, I'm assuming, because that's what he asked me to do, a history of Penrith Football Club. Again, I don't normally do a history of your clubs for teams at this level. This is even lower down in the pyramid. They play at tier 9 at the moment. And there's no chance that they're going to get covered on the channel in the near future anyhow. So I thought, you know what, a recommendation, I'll do it. You can put recommendations in, but for a little while I'm not going to be doing any more. This will be the last one, because I'll be going on to doing the best transfers in the summer transfer window, as I do every year. But on to Penrith Football Club, and they were founded in 1894 and first played in local leagues before joining the Carlisle and District League, becoming league champions on quite a number of occasions actually. Before the start of the 1948-49 season, they joined the Northern League, where they remained until 1982. During the period whilst they were in the Northern League, they were league runners-up in 1962 and were twice beaten in League Cup finalists. In the season 1980-81, they reached their best performance in the FA Challenge Trophy, when they reached the first round proper, only to be beaten at Alvechurch. However, in the following season, 1981-82, Penrith reached the first round proper of the FA Challenge Cup, beating Chester 1-0 at Penrith. The Blues lost 3-0 away to Billy Bremner's Doncaster Rovers in the second round proper. Penrith have reached the FA Challenge Cup first round proper twice since beating Chester, only losing to Hull City and Burnley. I don't really know I don't know why I call them the FA Challenge Cup, it's just the FA Cup. Suppose it was like the sponsorship at the time. The season 1981-82 was their last in the Northern League, moving only to first to join the North West Counties League, of which they were one of the founding members. In 1983-84, they were runners-up in the First Division to Staley Bridge Celtic. They then joined the newly formed Northern Premier League First Division. The highlight of the 1994-95 season was winning the Tennent's Floodlit Trophy, when the Blues beat Atherton Collieries 2-1. In the season 1996-97, before rejoining the Northern League, they again won the Floodlit Trophy, beating Newcastle Town 1-0. Penrith have won the Cumberland Cup on 16 occasions. In 2000-2001, they beat North Bank 2-0 at Borough Park in Workington to break a barren period of the competition, which went back 26 years to 1975, when Gretna were beaten 3-1. Since rejoining the Northern League in the 1997-98 season, their fortunes have fluctuated. After finishing a credible 6th in their first season, they were relegated in the one following. 4 seasons in the second division saw them finish in 10th, 8th, 4th, and in the 2002-03 campaign were promoted to the first division as champions. In 2000-2001, in addition to the Cumberland Cup, they won their first honour. Sorry about that. They won their first honour in the Northern League after 38 seasons of endeavour. South Shields were beaten 5-4 in the Craven Cup final at Dean Street in the Shildon, the game being decided by a golden goal in the first period of extra time. The club has had many managers over the years, but the most famous by far was Alan Ashman, with whom the Blues enjoyed a successful spell in the 60s. He went on to manage Carlisle United, taking them from 4th to the 2nd Division, before leaving to manage West Bromwich Albion, with whom he won the FA Cup in 1967-68. After a management spell in Greece, Alan Ashman took up the reins at Brunton Park for a second time, taking Carlisle United into the First Division at the end of the 1973-74 season. But for more about him, do watch the History of Carlisle United video I made about a month ago now, maybe a month and a half. 2006-07 saw Penrith pipped for the third promotion place on the last Saturday of the season. But in 4 days the following week, they demolished Darlington RA 5-1 in the Craven Cup final, and they went on to beat Carlisle City 1-0 to lift the Cumberland Cup for the 15th time. On the same night that the Blues were winning the Cumberland Cup, Penrith Rugby Union team were winning their equivalent county trophy, and this feat was recognised by Eden District Council with a civic reception for officials and players, when both clubs were presented with silver salvers to mark the occasion. With the departure from Southend Road to a new stadium at French Field, businessman Guess Ratcliffe became the owner and converted the club into a limited company, but has since handed the club back to its members. Guess also negotiated the reunion of the club with the breakaway Penrith United, and the club now has a bright future, running teams from under 8s through to the senior team, and with over 30 and beyond with the over 35s team. Several ladies and girls teams are now involved as well, and the senior ladies being particularly successful. At the beginning of the 2008-09 season, David Heslop resigned after 6 years in charge. Richard Procas and James Tosser took on the task as joint managers, and they took the team to a credible 7th place in the league. They were also finalists in the Cumberland Cup and League Cup, losing 2-0 respectively to Workington Reds and Newcastle Benfield. The Cumberland Cup left a particularly bitter taste after the team were forced to play 10 games in 21 days either side of the final. Not exactly the best preparation. The last game of the season of 2009-2010 season saw Penrith lift the Cumberland Senior Cup with a fine 6-0 win over Guildford Park to give Richard and James the silverware their efforts deserved. In the season 2012-13, Brian Williams was pursued to resurrect his managerial career after a break of some 30 years. But this was temporary, and he handed in the reins on to Matt Penny mid-season, along with Scott Redhead as his assistant manager. The duo managed to turn the season around, and Penrith finished in a very credible 14th place, despite flirting with relegation for much of the season. An unbeaten run of 11 games came in the midst of playing 12 games in 24 days to finish the season. At the end of the season, Scott moved to Barrow as a coach. The season 2013-14 proved to be 3 seasons in one, with weather interruptions throughout the year. After hovering around the relegation area for a short while, results picked up and a comfortable 13th place finish was secured. But to be fair, if we're going beyond there, they've not really challenged or done anything of exceptional note. They've stayed in the First Division North, or the Northern League Division 1, but finishing highest since then in 12th during the 2016-17 campaign, but very much near the bottom, and I'm surprised they haven't been relegated. To be fair, I think it's due to them expanding the league capacity at one point, and just also other reasons that they haven't. So they've been quite lucky, I would say. They've also not done great in the FA Cup, only really getting to the extra preliminary round, or just the preliminary round. Not that great. In terms of the FA Vars that they're in, they've done a bit better in that. They reached the third round impressively in 2016-17, but again, nothing much beyond the first rounds or the qualifying rounds really. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you're new around here. I don't normally cover this level of a pyramid. I have covered non-league though in various guises during my time on the channel. I'm going to come back to the normal history of your club with Forest Green Rovers on Monday, and the summer transfer window is closing actually on Thursday, I believe it is. So by the time the video is uploaded on Friday, hopefully I'll have enough time to create the video. It's a very short window of time though, so I might not. But it's goodbye for now.